To Montgomery to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 20.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. His way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
This defense for the Rams, they have certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carter.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now again, right side, Bennett. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Bennett. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd down, it's Bennett. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They didn't want to crash in the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Carter. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Hurts throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He needed 2. He only got 1 on the sneak, and that's going to lead us to a 4th and 1.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
Yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On first down, Bennett. And some room to work.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll run on first down. It's Bennett.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Carter.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Carter to throw on 3rd down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by David Long.
And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Hurts. That's out to the flat for Akers.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Second and 10. Looking to throw. Carter. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick six from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Beckham. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
19 strikes, 19 strikes.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Left wing, 19.
Second down. Here's Hurts. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now an option play on second down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing is Hurts. Buying time to his left. And this throw will be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They go play action with Hurts. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he fires one, but incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bennett, and space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Carter. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Their own 46-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football.
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
They run for him with Breida. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Steps away.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Hurts. That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
99 Broncos.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Hurts.
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Rams will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Bennett. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. This pass on target. Velus Jones with it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Bryson Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bennett.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On first down, it's Bennett. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Bennett.
And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bears on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Rams get
the football in outstanding field position. Play action. Here's Hurts. He completes it to Beckham. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they'll pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bennett, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
The 36-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Bennett, and he'll get this up to about the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So the LA Rams with a victory here, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles.